The micro-pension plan is significant under the contributory pension scheme that allows people who are not mandated to be covered by the Pension Reform Act of 2014. They make financial contributions towards a pension at retirement or incapacitation. But how has the informal sector fared since the scheme began?
This is the first micro-pension open day that we're having. And it's really an event that brings together all the players within the micro-pension space, whether current or future. There's a growing ecosystem for micro-pensions in Nigeria. And we believe that micro-pension is a new growth engine for the pension industry, whereby people who are in unstructured businesses, people who are in the informal sector, growing gig workers, self-employed, can jump on the pension scheme and have their own pensions.
The micro pension plan is the response from the Commission to give birth or bring to life a very important section in the PRA, which allows for participation by the informal sector workers, specifically those who are working. I would rather start with self-employed individuals, like our key stakeholders, and then if you are also in employment with organization that is having less than 3. So that plan is a voluntary plan, unlike the mandatory plan. There are certain key features to it to recognize what you do in terms of your income streams. When you are able to get your income, we know it's not regular, you don't get salary like us. At the end of the month, come rain, come shine, we get paid. So that is different. We know for this category of workers, their income is not regular.
Micropension was introduced in Nigeria in March 2019. It is voluntary for persons working in the informal sector. Market women, carpenters or ride-hailing drivers, etc. are eligible for the scheme tailored for different individuals by pension fund administrators.
I think we can take it in two parts. One is the general financial inclusion, of which micropension is one of the services in the process of financial inclusion. Now you have the likes of microinsurance, you have the likes of lending, micro lending, right, and things like that. So today the country is doing about 65% in financial inclusion, and not doing so badly, but there's a lot to be done.
The prospects are huge. A lot more needs to be done because in some cases you might feel that maybe there's some over-regulation, as it were, but a lot more needs to be done to get more people, which is why this event is key, to let them know what is actually available and how to key into it. We are very, very well regulated. Some things need to be tweaked in order to make entry and exit a lot easier, as it were. I get why it is like this, to prevent fraud and loss of money and loss of investor confidence or contributors' confidence. Yes, but some things need to be relaxed in the processes in order to make entry and exit easier, so that it's much more attractive.
Regulators of the pension sector, PENCOM, says financial inclusivity is a key feature of micro-pension targeted at the informal sector. It urges PFAs to be competitive and innovative to arouse informal sector interest.
We know that the informal workers in Nigeria, like in most developing economies, are much more than the formal workers. It's estimated that there are between 60 to 75 million informal workers in Nigeria. The contributory pension scheme, the mandatory scheme, has actually captured close to 10 million formal workers, and that is just barely 15 to 20% of the number of active workers in the country, if you include the informal sector. So we believe that there's a bigger market for pension in the informal sector, and hence the reason for the establishment of the micro-pension plan.
The Pension Fund Operators Association of Nigeria, or PINOP, is an independent, non-governmental and non-political body established to ensure international best practices of the pension sector in Nigeria. Niyu Ilo, Arise News.